So hello my dear students, today we are going to start a new topic, that is divisibility. So this topic you have already studied before, but we are going to study in deep over here. So just we will recall some concepts before going towards the concept of divisibility. Now if you think of 6, how can you write 6? 6 can be written as 2 multiplied by 3. So in other words, you say that 2 divides 6, or you can also say that 3 divides 6, right? Because this 6 is a multiple of 3, you can see, because it can be written as 3 multiplied by some integer. So therefore 3 divides 6 is there. Now observe this notation carefully. It is a line that is exactly vertical, as you can observe. It is not horizontal. So don't try to change the direction of the line. Don't write like this, isn't it? That is the first thing I would like to make clear, because in a hurry some students write it, now it is, suppose it is 2 divide 6, so in a hurry they may write like this, 2 upon 6. So this is completely wrong. Okay, so observe the notation properly. So the line should be vertical only. So now let us try to think of some another examples. If I talk about 15, so just think about factorization of 15. How can you factor 15? You can write it as 5 multiplied by 3, and therefore I can say that 5 divides 15, or in other words you can say that 15 is divisible by 5, and hence the name divisibility. You can also say that 3 divides 15, or 15 is divisible by 3. Now if I go for some another number, let me say 16. So how can you write 16? 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, right? So over here I can say that 2 divides 16 is obviously there, but if you observe properly, it can be also written as some 4 multiplied by, let me say, 4. So we can also say that 4 divides 16, that is also right. Even it can be written as 8 multiplied by 2, so therefore we can also say that 8 divides 16. I hope you are getting my point, what I am trying to tell you. And even you can say that 16 divides 16, this is also right. This 2, 4, 8 and 16, they are nothing but the divisors. These are called as divisors, okay, in this particular example. Similarly over here 2, 3 is a divisor, right? So remember, divisor should be always non-zero, isn't it? I hope you are getting it. So actually this 2 divides 6 is like this, 6 divides 2, okay, in our usual notation that you might come across, okay. So therefore writing this is wrong. That is what I have told you, okay. And what if 2 does not divide some number? If I talk about 7, so you can see that 2 is not dividing 7. So why it is happening? Because the simple logic is, if you talk about 6 and if you talk about 2, so I am saying 2 divides 6 because you are having 2 3s are 6 and remainder you are getting to be 0, and therefore we actually say that this 2 is dividing 6. So this logic can be used for these examples also. So if I take 16 and if I take 4, so we are having 4 for the 16 and the remainder is 0, right? And therefore we say that 4 divides 16. Same thing will happen with 8 and 16 also. You are going to get a remainder to be 0. So the question is, why 2 is not dividing 7? Because if you try to divide 7 by 2, what will be the remainder? 2 3 is 6 and your remainder is 1, right? This is called as remainder. So whenever your remainder is not 0, then we say that this, you can say 2 is not dividing 7, or 2 does not divide 7, or you can say 7 is not divisible by 2. This is the logic behind it. I hope you are getting the concept of divisibility. Let us go for one more example. I hope you are getting this. 2 is not dividing 7 because obviously the remainder is not 0, and the other reason is we cannot write 7 as 2 multiplied by some integer, right? Can you write 7 as 2 multiplied by some integer? No chance. If it should be a fraction, right? It should be somewhat 7 upon 2, but that does not work in divisibility, because we are discussing divisibility in Z, that is a set of integers. So 2 does not divide 7. Now talking about few more examples. Fourth one, let me say, what can you say about 4 and 24? Will 4 divide 24? Obviously yes, because how can you write 24? 24 can be written as 4 multiplied by, yes, 6, isn't it? Now if I talk about 7, so will 7 divide 40? And the answer is no, because you cannot write 40 as 7 multiplied by some integer, isn't it? This is not possible. If it is 35, then it will work, because then 35 can be written as 7 5s are 35, right? So I will write, okay, but before that just let us try to see the definition of divisibility. So whenever we are having a two integers a and b, one should be non-zero, because I have told you the number by which we are dividing, it should be non-zero. Therefore this a is taken to be non-zero. Then we say a divides b, right? 2 divides 6, or b is divisible by a, you can say 6 is divisible by 2 if we are able to write this b as b is equal to a multiplied by c. And in terms of notations, which I have not written here, a divides b is denoted by somewhat like this. Over here also I will write, that is nothing but a divides b in terms of notation. So whenever we say a divides b, the meaning is we can write b as a multiplied by some integer. There exists means what? We are able to find, right? So, and if a does not divide b, then we denote it by, or you can say, or b is not divisible by a, then we denote it by somewhat like this. Okay, now let us go for a few examples. Now what do you mean by a divides b? As I have already told you, a divides b means your b can be written as b is equal to a multiplied by some integer. Now what is the first result telling us? So first result is telling, if we are having 2 divides 4, then it is same as 2 divides minus 4, means 2 will divide minus 4, isn't it? And if we are having 3 is dividing minus 6, then we can say that 3 is dividing 6 also, right? This is the meaning. Proof 1. So there are two parts for the proof. So I'll say part 1. So I will assume that a divides b. So I'll say suppose a divides b. So therefore what can you say? A divides b, therefore b is equal to what? AC, or some c belonging to Z. Now what we have to prove? We have to prove a divides minus b. Means what is the meaning? A divides minus b, we have to prove, means we have to prove that. Now try to think properly, then you will understand. So now b is replaced by minus b. Okay, now try to understand the definition. A divides b means what? You can write b is equal to a multiplied by some integer. Now you should use the notation c. ऐसा काही नाहीये, you can use any notation. You can use k, k1, whichever you like, but I am using c. So a divides minus b. When we will say a divides minus b, if minus b can be written as a multiplied by some integer. I hope you are getting. So therefore in order to prove a divides minus b, what we have to prove? That is nothing but minus b is equal to a multiplied by some integer. That is what we have to prove. Okay, so I have written it simply for understanding purpose. Later on we are going to erase it. Okay, So now the question is how to prove minus b is equal to a multiplied by some integer. Obviously we have to use this fact, but you can see that on the left hand side you are having b, but I want minus b over here. So what should I do? Can anyone think of it? You can pause video and then you can think. So if you have got it, then very good. So actually we are going to multiply star by minus, because whatever we have to prove, in that I want minus b on the left hand side. So I will say multiply star by minus 1. Therefore what you are going to get? Therefore minus b will be equal to minus ac. But what we have to prove? We have to prove that this minus b is equal to a multiplied by some integer. So what to do that? Can you think? That is a simple adjustment. This minus b can be written as a multiplied by what? Minus c. And that is what we have to prove. And therefore, or that is nothing but what? That is nothing but this minus b can be written as, if you want, you can call it as some k, where this k is equal to what? Minus c, which is a integer again, right? And therefore I can say now a divides minus b, and that is what we wanted to prove, right? Now we will go for the converse part b. Now I am going to assume that a divides minus b, and I am going to prove that a divides b. So I will say suppose a divides minus b. So what does it mean? A divides minus b means what? Therefore minus b can be written as a multiplied by some c1. As I have told you, you can use any notation for some c1 belonging to z. Now what we have to prove? We have to prove that a divides b. So how to prove a divides b? So that is nothing but what we have to show, b is equal to a multiplied by some integer. Now again there will be simple adjustment. Now I am going to call it as double star. If you have guessed it, good. So I am going to multiply double star by minus sign. So multiply double star by minus 1, and therefore you will get b is equal to minus ac1. Again the same question, but what we have to prove? We have to prove that b is equal to a multiplied by some integer. Again the adjustment. So that is nothing but what? This b can be written as a multiplied by minus c1, and that is nothing but b is equal to a multiplied by k1, where k1 is nothing but minus c1, which belongs to z, and therefore a divides b, and that is what we wanted to prove, right? Now second one I leave it to you. Now directly we'll go for what? The third one. So just solve it and send the solution to me on WhatsApp. Now in third, again I'll go for part 1. So I'll say suppose a divides b. That is nothing but what? No, I will say therefore b is equal to what? ac, for some c belongs to z. What we have to prove? We have to prove minus a divides minus b. That is nothing but what? That is nothing but we have to show minus b is equal to minus a multiplied by some integer. So what to do again? I will call it as star. Yes, the logic is same. Multiply star by minus 1. So I will say multiply star by minus 1. Therefore what you are going to get? Therefore minus b is equal to minus a multiplied by c, and that is what we wanted to prove. And therefore I'll say minus a divides minus b. Now part 2. So in part 2 I'm going to assume that I'll say suppose minus a divides minus b. That is nothing but what? Therefore we can say minus b is equal to minus a multiplied by k for some k belonging to z. And what I have to prove? I have to prove A divides B. So can you guess what is the logic? Because in order to prove A divides B, what we have to prove? That is nothing but B is equal to A multiplied by some integer. What to do? Yes, the logic is same. Multiply double star by -1, and therefore B is equal to AK, and therefore you can say A divides B, and that is what we wanted to prove.